Yes, Dinesh, let's start with the self-introduction.
Yes, sure. First of all, thanks for the opportunity. My name is Dinesh Reddy. I hail from Andhra Pradesh, but currently residing in Hyderabad. I have 3 years of relevant experience in Dynamics 365. My career has been started in October 2022. In span of 3 years, I have worked on creating all customizations and configurations, and I have worked on creating the users, and also I have worked on creating the environments, and also I have worked on creating the entities, forms, views, and relationships, and also I have worked on creating the JavaScript and also plugins, and also I have knowledge on, I have good experience in business rules, and also I have worked on creating the workflows and power automation also itself. And also I have good knowledge in deployment, and also I have good I have worked on and also I have worked on security model also. This is brief this is brief introduction about me. And coming to my last project, my last project is in hospital management system, which is in sales model. In this project, we are the team of 5 members. In that, I am the one of the developer. Uh, in this project, I have the responsibilities of all the technical related things, and I'm the responsible for uh, doing all customizations and also creating the writing the JavaScript and plugins, and also have I'm the responsible for implementing the business rules and workflows as per the requirement, and also have implemented the Power Automate also flows also to send the emails and also doing for some crude operations. So this is brief introduction about me, and thank you.
So, మీరు సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ సమ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ రైట్ సెల్ఫ్
Yes,
ఇంట్రడక్షన్ ఎలా చెప్పాలని చెప్పేసి ఒక కంటెంట్ ఇచ్చాను.
yes, sir.
సో డిడ్ యూ సీ దట్ కంటెంట్?
Uh, uh, choose answer.
సో యూ మేక్ షూర్ యూ ఫాలో దట్ కంటెంట్.
Okay,
ఆ కంటెంట్ ఫాలో అండి. అండ్ యువర్ అడ్రస్ అండ్ రిసైడింగ్, సో యూ జస్ట్ లీవ్ ఇట్. ఇట్స్ ఆల్ నాట్ రిక్వైర్డ్.
okay, sir.
Just highlight your name. You just follow same content as it is. Don't add anything else. And also
Okay,
don't explain about the project as well. In the self
okay,
introduction, just focus on your primary skills and how you are helpful for their project. That's it. Your
okay,
previous project and all, you don't explain. Project,
okay,
you're going to keep only one project,
okay,
automobile, and you
okay,
should not highlight during the సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్. ప్రాజెక్ట్ అనేది మనం అవాయిడ్ చేయాలి. ప్రాజెక్ట్ మీరు స్టార్ట్ చేశారంటే ప్రాజెక్ట్ రిలేటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి, అవి మీరు ట్యాకిల్ చేయలేరు.
okay, sir.
సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అడిగినప్పుడు సెల్ఫ్ ఇంట్రడక్షనే చెప్పండి. మీరు మీరు వాళ్ళకి ఒక స్కోప్ ఇచ్చినట్టు అవుతుంది ప్రోడక్ట్ గురించి అడగటానికి.
Okay,
జస్ట్ ఫాలో దట్ స్టాండర్డ్ స్ట్రక్చర్. ఓకే.
okay.
సో డూ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ విత్ సొల్యూషన్ డిప్లాయ్మెంట్స్?
Yes, I do have experience in the solution deployment.
How many solutions are there in the CRM?
We have two types of solutions, sir. One is managed solution and another one is unmanaged solution.
So what is the difference between both?
Uh, the difference between the both, coming to the unmanaged solution, we can do any customizations in the unmanaged solution, but cannot do the customizations in managed solution. And if you delete any managed solution, the upper layer of the unmanaged solution will be deleted, but the components which is there inside the solution will not going to be deleted. It will be stay in the default solution. And coming to the managed solution, if you delete any managed solution, the the components which is there inside the solution will also be deleted from the system itself.
Okay.
So these are
So,
the main differences which we have in the unmanaged and managed solution.
so when you are working in the solution, you can see there are two buttons, remove and delete. So what is
Yes,
the difference between both?
the difference between the remove and delete is remove. If you click on the remove button, the solution will be removed from the uh, if you click on the button, the solution will be removed from the system, but it will be stay as a default solution. But if you click on the delete, the system in the solution will be deleted from the system itself.
No, not a solution. You have to say as a component.
Okay,
So
okay, component.
we are not going to delete and remove the solution, right? For solution, you don't see remove and delete. We can see remove and delete for the components under the solution.
Yes, yes, sir.
What are all components are there, by the way, in
The,
CRM?
the, we have different types of components. One is customization components. Another one is the uh, form. It is entity components and
Customization is not a component. Like entity, fields, dashboards, these are all the components. So customization is not a component, it's just a name. Uh, so what kind of components are there?
we have the entities, forms, views, and business rules,
Hmm.
dashboards, and relationships, and also security rules, and etc. Like,
Yeah, now tell me the what is difference between remove and delete button in solution.
uh, if in any solution, if you click on the remove the component will be removed from the solution, but it will stay in the system. But if you click on the delete, the component will be deleted from the system itself.
Yeah, okay. So can it delete the component from managed solution?
No, we cannot delete the component from the matter solution.
So I want to customize one of the component in managed solution. Can I do?
Also,
So there is a managed solution
yes, sir.
and I have one custom entity
Yes, sir.
inside the managed solution.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want to do some customizations. I want to add some custom fields inside that custom entity. Is it
Yes.
possible?
Actually, it is not possible, but we can do it by using the default solution.
Okay, fine. Can we export managed solution?
No, sir, you cannot export the manual solution.
Okay, so I have a requirement. I do have the one of the section on the form.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I want to show and hide dynamically based
Yes,
on
sir.
the one of the option set field value. So can I do by using the business rule?
No, sir, we cannot do it that type of requirement by using the business rule.
So
We can
what
do
is the
only
possible approach?
we can approach by using the JavaScript, which is in the client side, by using the syntax called for to hide the tabs or sections. We use the form context clear dot uh, uh, tabs dot get and pass the name of the that tab name and dot sections dot get and we will pass the that section name and dot set visibility as a true. If you want to show the section or tab, we will set it as a true. If you want to hide the section or tab, we will set it as a false.
Okay. So what are all privileges are there in the security roles?
We have 8 types of privileges. So one is the create, and second one is the write, which is called update, and third one is the read, and fourth one is the delete, and append to, and share and assign. These are the 8 privileges we have in the security.
What is the difference between append and append to?
Append and append to privileges are useful to assess the relation between the parent and child record. So append to will provide in the parent record, and append will be referred in the child record.
So what are all components we can add it on the form?
What is the components like fields?
Hmm.
What are the components?
Yeah, what type of
Like
components we can
like
add it on the form, main form?
the form, you can add the tabs, sections,
Hmm.
fields. These are the actions. These are the components which we can add, which we can add in the form.
So what are all components we can add it on the like quick create form?
We create from sir.
Yeah.
We can add the sections and fields.
Okay. So what are all access levels are there in security roles?
We have 4 types of access levels in security roles. One is the user level, and second one is the business unit level. Third one is the financial business unit level, and also last one is the organization level.
So what is the difference between each one of them? Importance of each
The,
one of them?
the importance of the business, each one of access level means if you give access level as a user, the only user who has created the record, he can have the access to edit. And if you give access level as a business unit, the person who has created and also his branches, his branch people has created the records. He has access to write, update or read the. records. And if you give the level as a parent business unit, the person who has created his branch and his child branch also he can access. And if you give the organization level, the he can get the accessible for the record for the entire system.
Okay. So what is the importance of the business rule scope?
So we have three types of scopes in business rules. One is the forms, and second is all form, and third one is the entity. If you give scope as a form, the logic will be applicable only for that particular form which is in client side. And if you give scope as a all forms, the logic will be applicable for the all forms which is for the particular entity which is in the client side. If you give a scope as a entity, the logic will applicable for the all forms and also the record. If the record will be created from the server side, the logic will applicable for that record also.
Server side as well as client side, right?
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so your presentation also should be in proper way. So you complete the sentence like the business rule will execute for the both the
For the client
records
side
which
only.
are created for the client side as well as which are created for the server side. So you can convey in the slower manner only,
Okay.
and just focus on. You just also think what you are saying before you present. Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the importance of the workflow scope?
Okay. The importance of the workflow scope is we have four types of workflow scopes. One is called user level. Second one is the business unit level, and third one is the parent child business unit level, and last one is the organization level. Like the importance of these scopes are if you use scope as a user,
Hmm.
the the logic will applicable when when that particular owner will trigger the logic. When the if you use scope as a business unit, the logic will applicable for the all users who have worked in the that branch. And also if you give scope as a parent child business unit, the logic will applicable for that branch and also for the child branch also. And also if you give the scope as an organization, the logic will applicable for the entire system, entire organization.
So how many types of workflows are there?
We have two types of workflows. Sir. One is the synchronous and another one is the asynchronous, which is called as real-time workflow and background workflow.
So what is the difference between both?
Uh, say, if you give workflow as a real time, the workflow will work in the client side. And also if you give workflow as a asynchronous, I mean background one, the logic will applicable in the backend. And for the synchronous, the user need to wait until get the result. But for the background workflow, the user no need to wait for the result. And then backend.
Hmm. What else are there?
And we can And also for the asynchronous process, the system will throw the error message. It will show the error message, but in the background, the system will not show the error message.
So it will show error message in real time or background?
For real time,
Do you mean in synchronous or asynchronous?
synchronous. For synchronous, the error message will be shown.
Okay. So I have a requirement. Okay. So I I'm on creation of the account entity record. I have a workflow.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sending email
Yes, sir.
to the newly created customer. Let's say I'm creating the record. You ignore about the account. I'm creating the contact record.
Yes,
As
sir.
soon as contact is saved, so I wanted to send an email to the contact. There is a field email on the
Yes,
contact
sir.
entity. So how can we approach this
But
requirement?
we can approach by using the workflow, sir, and also format also. If the requirement is from the for the client side, you'll approach the workflow.
So
So
if you go with workflow, which one do you use? Real-time workflow or background workflow?
real-time workflow.
So any specific reason instead of background workflow?
So there is the reason is the it will execute instantly. So
Yeah,
the
it
customers will get the
yes,
mails instantly.
instantly, but why can't we do with the background workflow?
You can
Is
also
there any
go,
issue with the background workflow?
yeah, sir. If you get any error in the workflow, it will not show in the it will not populate in the UI.
Yeah, correct. So this one we can do with the background, right? What is
Yeah,
the
you can also
specific
do it
reason?
by
You should have some strong reason to proceed with the real time. Otherwise, it will impact on the performance. So you make sure your answer as a it should be background because we don't need immediate email, right? 1 or 2 minutes is fine sending an email. If there is any data update or financial thing, then only we require the real time, as we discussed in the class. Okay. So if you are using it on the real time workflow, what is the triggering entity?
meaning this is while record is created.
Record creation is it?
Yes, sir, record creation.
Okay. So what will be the like? How can we enable the audit history in CRM?
First, we need to enable for audit history. First, we need to enable the history in the system level, which is called in the settings, and also we need to enable the. First of all, we can enable in three ways, sir. One is in system level. First, we need to enable the audit in system level. Then we need to enable in the entity level. Then, if you want, if there is the customer, if there is any particular fields which you don't want to do, if you which you don't want to do the, or if you which you want to do audit for that particular field, you can also edit. You can also enable the audit history for the fields also, particular field.
Okay. So like you mentioned, we did some workflow, right? For sending email.
So
So generally when we create any record, what will populate in the created by? There is a field created by. What will populate it?
will created by that the person who has created the record.
Yeah. So like if you create a email record using the workflow, what will populate in the created by?
Yes, sir, it will populate in created by the owner of the record will be populated in the created by.
Owner of the record.
Yes, sir.
So which record?
Contact
Owner
record.
of the workflow or owner of the record?
Yeah, owner of the workflow, sir.
Not a record, right?
Yes,
Owner
sir.
of the workflow, right?
Yes, sir.
But if you want to populate as a current logged in user, how can I do?
Yeah, by in workflow there is an option called which ownership. There we need to select the user as or team members.
What is that option? Did you
The
understand
ownership.
the question before we proceed? Did you understand my question clearly?
Yes,
So the question is, like in the previous example, we are sending an email, right?
yes, sir.
On contact creation.
Yes, sir.
So email is a one of the entity in the CRM. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And so in email entity, system will create one record automatically using workflow we are creating. So there is a created on field, created by field in email entity. So my question is, what will populate in the created by?
Owner of the workflow.
Owner of the workflow. That is correct answer. But my another question is, I'm expecting to populate current logged in user, not a owner of the workflow. Is
Yeah,
it possible?
yeah, it is possible also, but we need to select real-time project, real-time workflow. Then we need to, so then only
Okay.
we can change the
So
owner
what
of
is
the
that option?
that ownership of ownership.
Yeah, there is a some option is there, right? What is that option?
The option.
Yeah, so you recollect
Yes,
later
sir.
on. Okay.
Yes.
So how do we make subgrid as editable grid?
Uh, we have any to we have the first we need to go to the form entity form page, particular form
Mhm.
page. There we have the option. We have to select that particular subgrid. Then we need to select on the form properties. There we have the option called controls. There we can enable the editable grid.
So what are all JavaScript events are there?
We have three types of JavaScript events. One is the onload event. Second one is the on save event, and third one is the on change event.
Okay, so what is the difference between business rules and JavaScript?
The difference between the business rule and JavaScript are JavaScript will run only in the client side, but business rules will run in the both client side and server side. And by using the business rule, we can do only 7 actions. But if whatever things which you cannot do by using the business rule, you can do it in the JavaScript. And we cannot do the operations on tabs and uh, sections. We cannot do any actions on tabs and sections by using the business rule. And we can do by using JavaScript those like with tabs and sections.
Okay, let's say I have a requirement. I
Yes.
have the account and contact, and account is a parent, contact is a child.
Mhm.
So where do you create the lookup field?
Account and context.
Yeah.
If the parent is the account entity and contact entity is a child entity, the lookup will be created in the child entity.
So that means what is the answer?
So in contact entity, we'll create the
Lookup, is it?
yes,
So I have the common data across account and contact, and so I want to populate the, let's say I have common fields, account number. Account number is there. Account number also exists on the contact entity.
yes.
So my expectation is I want to auto populate based on the selected account in the lookup.
Okay.
So how can we approach this requirement? How can we fulfill?
We can approach if it is a basically this type of request the uh, client will expect client side validations. So we approach the JavaScript and also we can also approach by using the mapping also. So
So what is the limitation with mappings?
limitation of the mappings is uh, we cannot uh, create by clear opening directly form. So we have to open if you want to do if you want to auto populate the record fields by using the mapping, you have to open with the subgrid that record.
We have to not open, we have to create it from the subgrid add button.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So how many types of relationships are there?
You have three types of relationships. One is the one is to n, and second one is the n is to one, and third one is the n is to n.
Okay, how many relationship behaviors are there?
You have four types of relationship behaviors. One is the parental, second one is the referential, third one is the referential restrict delete, and fourth one is the cascadial.
So what is the difference between both three of them?
Yeah, four of them. If you give relationship behavior as a parental, the changes which we are doing in the parent entity, it will also reflect in child entity. And if you give relationship behavior as a referential, the if you delete any record from the parent entity, the changes which we do in the parent entity, we cannot, it will not reflect in the child entity. And if you relation behavior as restrict delete, reference restrict delete, if there is any parent record for the child record, the parent record will be not deleted. And if you give relational behavior as a cascadian, that whatever changes you want to do, you can do it. Customizations.
Okay, and so what are all privileges available for the field security profile?
We have three types of privileges we have in the field security profile. One is the create, second one is the update, and third one is the view.
So I can just explain about the steps to configure the field security. Like I want to
Okay.
enable field security. Can just let me know what are all steps do we need to follow?
Okay. So first we need to enable the field level security in the field property page, of particular field property page. Then we need to create the field security profiles. There we can do the configurations to which user and which privileges we want to give. There you can
Hmm.
configure that.
Okay. Can just explain about the security model in CRM?
Security model in CRM.
Yeah.
We have four types of security models in CRM. One is role-based security, which is called nothing but a security roles, and second one is record level security, and third one is the field level security, and fourth one is the hierarchy security. In record level security, we have two types: access to template and share. And field level security, we have the field security profiles. And third one and fourth one, the hierarchy. In hierarchy, we have two types. One is the manager hierarchy, and second one is the position hierarchy.
Okay. Yeah, fine. So what is the virtual entities?
Also, it is
Importance of virtual entities.
importance of the virtualities, those are helpful to show the data which is there in the external system. If you want to show that external system data inside the CRM, use virtuality. These virtualities are only for viewing purpose only.
Okay. So can just let me know the syntax. I want to set one of the field as a read only on the form. So what is the syntax do we use?
For in JavaScript, sir, C#.
JavaScript. C sharp, we
JavaScript.
cannot set it as a read only, right? It's a client
Uh,
side operation, right?
yes.
Yeah.
To set the read only, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. For that we use the syntax called form context dot get control, and we pass the schema name and that dot set uh, disable,
Okay. So
and
I
we
want
set
to,
it as
yeah, I want to get one of the open record. Like I want to get the GUID of the current record. So what is the syntax do we use?
to get the current record GUID. We use the form context dot uh, data dot entity dot get ID and parenthesis and semicolon.
So let's say I want to get the so current user security roles. How can we get it?
Yeah,
Current logged
to
in
get the
user security role.
yes.
So how can we get using the JavaScript?
Mm. Yeah, to get the security roles who has currently logged in, we use the syntax called xrm.utility.get globe context and dot and user settings dot and user ID to get the current login ID. And if you want to get the current login ID security roles, use xrm.utility.get get global context dot user settings dot and roles
Okay.
parentheses.
Okay. So can you just explain about the plugin pipeline stage?
Yeah, we have three types of plugin stages. One is the pre-validation, second is the pre-operation, and third one is the post-operation. The plugin, if you coming to the pre-validation, the plugin will execute before system
Hmm.
box entity checks, validation checks. So if you get any exception in this stage, the changes which we are doing before the changes which we are doing before the validation, everything will get success. Like example, if you get any requirement uh, like if you want to do have the requirement like to do business validations, and if that business validation has been failed, and for that fail, if you want to send mails to the owner of the record, use this type of pre-validation plugins. And in this pre-validation plugins, the data will be not get rolled back because of the because the plugin will trigger outside the database. And coming to the pre-operation, the plugin will execute before data save into the server. So if you get any exception in this server, in this pipeline stage, the changes which we are doing before exception, everything will get rolled back. And like if you example, if you want to assign the case, like if you have the requirement to assign the case automatically to the particular department users with the wait condition, with the not in the wait condition, with the load condition, automatically that type of requirements we use pre-operation. So in this pipeline stage, the data will be get rolled back. So coming to the post operation, the plugin will execute after data save into the server. So if you get any exception, whatever the in this plugin stage, whatever the changes we are doing before exception, everything will get rolled back. So like example, if you have a requirement to create the child entity while creating the parent entity automatically. So for that type of requirements, we use the post operation. So because if you use the post operation for this type of requirement, the data will be saved into the before plugin trigger, the data will be stored into the server. Then it will take from the server. Then it will execute. Then record will be created.
Okay. So I have a requirement. Like the requirement is lead. I have one entity, one entity like lead. So leads can be created from the different sources. So
Yes, sir.
leads can be created from the like integration and also from the portal and also data import or from the CRM. So my requirement is I want to restrict the duplicate leads based on the either email or phone number. So how can we do?
Yeah, we can by using the duplicate detection. Like
Uh, s- so I mentioned like I want to restrict, right? So with duplicate detection rule, is it possible?
yes, sir. We can. It is possible by using the duplicate detection.
With
No, no.
duplicate detection
Actually,
rules, it will show us
yeah.
ignore and save,
uh,
right?
Yes, sir. But for that requirements, we use the key concept to restrict the duplicate records.
Hmm. So what is the importance of filtering attributes in plugin?
Building up when we are uh, triggering the plugin in the update event. If you want to trigger that plugin with the selected fields, you can select that fields in the filtering attribute, which is in plugin registration tool.
Okay, fine. So I logged into the CRM, okay, and I navigated to sitemap. Left side there is a contact entity. So I selected the contact entity, okay. Then I opened the one of the contact record. Then I did update. I updated one of the field, okay. So are you clear on the steps what I followed?
Please
I
explain
just
it.
log into the CRM
Yes, sir.
and I selected contacts entity in the sitemap left side. Then it has shown the list of existing contacts, and I just opened the one of the existing contact. Then I updated phone number, contact phone number. I click the save. Okay. So in this process, what are all plugins we can trigger? How many like what are all plugins? What are all events will fire? Plugin related events.
What are the events we have in the plugin events?
Plugin
We have the
related
create.
events. What are all events we can fire during this process? User just open the selected the contacts and it just shown the list of contacts. Then he opened one of the contact record. Then he updated the phone number.
Yes,
User
sir.
updated the phone number. So what are all plugin events will trigger?
Update events, sir. Only
Yeah,
update event will be triggered.
yeah, update event we can trigger. So what else we can trigger?
No, sir. Only plugin update will be triggered.
Okay. So what are all plugin events are there?
The plugin events, sir.
Yeah.
We have three events. One is called update, delete, and create.
So we also have few more, right? Retrieve, retrieve multiple,
Yeah,
associate,
we have retrieve
deassociate,
and retrieve.
associate, deassociate, all these available, right?
Yes, sir.
So where we can trigger the retrieve multiple?
Yeah.
Retrieve multiple, where we can trigger? If you update any data, we can trigger the update event. And if you create any record, we can trigger the create event of the
Creative.
plugin. So likewise, where we can trigger the retrieve multiple.
Get the data from parent entity.
So you explore later on.
Okay.
So I want to transfer data from one plugin to another plugin. Is it possible?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is possible.
How can we do?
By using the
By using?
visualizing the video, but
So by using shared variable, it's possible, right?
yeah, by using shared variables.
So what is the
Yeah,
syntax for shared
context
variable?
dot yeah, context dot share variables and
Hmm. So what is the difference between synchronous and asynchronous plugin?
there's a difference between the synchronous and asynchronous behaviors. So
Hmm. Difference between synchronous and asynchronous plugin.
yeah, the synchronous plugin will be triggered in the client side and real time, and the asynchronous plugin will be triggered in the backend. So in synchronous plugin, error if there is any exception, the error will be shown in the synchronous, and for asynchronous, the error will be not shown in the UI because it will run in the backend.
Okay.
And also, yeah,
Yeah. Please continue. Can I make I have one of the plugin pre-operation plugin. So can I make it as asynchronous?
oh, no, sir. We cannot make it as asynchronous. We are the pre-image, so pre-validations. Oh, no, so we cannot do it.
Okay. So I have the post operation plugin. So can I make it as asynchronous?
Yeah, so we can do it.
Can I make it as asynchronous?
Yeah, so we can do it.
And I do have the pre-operation plugin. So can I use the post image?
No, sir, we cannot utilize the post image in the pre-operation.
Can I use pre-image?
Yeah, we can use the pre-image.
So what is secure and unsecure configuration?
Um, unsecure configurations are useful to pass the information from the plugin registration tool to the plugin code. And
Hmm.
in secure, the in secure configuration, it will be visible only for the user who has created added it, and it will not. If you deploy that solution, this solution, the secure configurations will not be moved along with the solution. And in the unconfiguration secure in unsecured configuration, it will be visible for the all users, and also if you deploy the solution to the another environment, the unsecured configurations will also move from along with the solution.
Okay. So what is the importance of the depth,
The
plugin depth?
importance of the depth is to prevent the infinite loop, and maximum depth value is 8 and minimum depth value is 1.
Okay. So let's say I have three plugins on single event on creation of the contact entity. So I have the three plugins,
Yes.
plugin A, plugin B, plugin C. Okay. So I want to execute in sequence order. First A plugin I want to execute, then after B, then C. Is it possible? Can I control the execution sequence?
Yes, sir. You can control by there is an option in the plugin registration tool which is called execution order. There we need to select one, two, three.
Okay, so I selected as 1, 2, 3. Like for plugin A, I selected as 1, and plugin B I selected as 2, plugin C I selected as 3.
Yes.
But plugin A is asynchronous plugin B is synchronous, plugin C is synchronous. So which one will execute first?
First, it will execute uh, synchronous. Sir.
So can like I selected execution order as a 1 for the plugin A.
Yes.
So can you just let me know the execution sequence in this scenario? Which one
Uh,
will execute first?
first it will execute always synchronous. Sir. So
Yeah,
first it will select.
you tell me the names which plugin will execute.
First is execute B, then C and
Hmm.
A.
Okay. So what is the timeout value for plugin?
2 minutes, 2 seconds.
Two
No, sorry,
seconds.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Is it same for the synchronous and asynchronous?
No, not no, sir.
So what is the is 2 minutes for synchronous or asynchronous?
2 minutes for synchronous.
And what is for asynchronous?
There is no time limit for the asynchronous process because it runs in backend.
Okay. Let's say I enabled one of the field for the field security. Okay. Let's say on contact entity. Previously we have discussed one example, right? I have the common fields across the parent and child.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So on creation of the contact entity, we are fetching the common field data and populating it on the contact entity. So just assume I'm implemented this by using the plugin.
Yes,
So that means I will fetch the data from account entity, right?
yes, sir.
So an account number is enabled for the field security. Okay. Read, write, and also the create permissions are there.
Okay.
Let's say and user A, user B, and user B don't have read access,
Okay.
and he's trying to create the contact entity. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and our plugin will trigger.
Yes.
So what will populate? Will it able to fetch the account number?
No, if it is a field level security for the field, you cannot fetch the data.
So what
And
will populate? Will that plugin fail?
yeah, it will fail, sir.
Are you sure?
Uh,
What value we get if you request for the from the CRUD operations? If you do the retrieve request, so what value do we get for
no,
that
sir.
particular field?
No, sir, I'm not sure about that.
Okay. So can we impersonate the plugin?
Yes, sir, we can do
How
impersonation.
many ways are there to impersonate?
There are three ways, sir. One is a plugin in plugin registration tool. There is an option called user as execution context. In that option, we have to select the calling user. Default, it is the calling user. So there we can select utilize the administration or system disable option. Those are the two ways. And the third way is in the plugin code itself. We have the syntax which is called we have a service which is called organize service. There you can pass the administration or particular user.
So the previous example, what we highlighted regarding the field security, you practically validate and you see how it is behaving. Okay.
Okay.
And so we have taken another example, right? There are three plugins. So A, B, C. A is asynchronous, B is
Mhm.
synchronous, C is synchronous. So as per your explanation, B will execute first, then C, then A.
Yes.
So let's say B executed, but C is failed due to some issue. C is failed, like plugin C plugin is failed due to some code issue.
Yes,
So
sir.
what will happen with the B plugin B? Will it
Plugin will
process
do the
successfully?
but play B is a synchronous one also.
Yeah,
So it will execute, sir.
it will execute. And what will happen with A?
It will not execute, sir,
It will
because A
not.
is a asynchronous process.
It will
Asynchronous.
not execute. So B will execute, is it?
Yes, sir.
So let's say I have one scenario. The scenario is, so I have one plugin and post operation of the contact entity record creation. So contact entity record is created. Post operation means when it will execute,
After the data save into the
save
server.
into the database, right?
Yes.
So I have implemented plugin, but plugin is failed. So what will happen with the record? Will that record created successfully?
No, sir. It will get rolled back.
Will get rolled back, right?
Yes.
But based on this explanation, so in our previous scenario, will that B get success or fail? Will that B plugin will get rolled back or will it keep it success?
But it is based on the requirement. It's a
Correct,
B
correct.
synchronous.
So B, C, and A. So B is asynchronous, C is asynchronous. So B is success, but
Yes, sir.
C is failed. If C failed means it will roll back all the changes, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So in that case, B also will get rolled back, right? Whatever is executed, will it roll back or will it keep it same?
I mean, based on the.
So you practically validate this one also. So
Okay.
what you do on contact entity record creation. So implement one plugin that is B. So what you do, you update something like some one of the field, and then what you do, you implement another plugin C, and you make it fail intentionally, like just throw exception, and you see what will happen. Will that whatever you did in the B, will it updating the value or will it getting revert? Did you understand the scenario?
Yes, sir. I got it. I got it.
Yeah, you practically validate and you just let me know the answer for these
Okay.
scenarios, whatever we discussed just now. Okay. And
Okay.
do you have experience with Power Automate Flow?
Yes, I do have the experience with all automation.
So how can we handle the exceptions in Power Automate Flow?
Yeah, we can access yeah, by using the scopes concept. You create the two scopes. One is the try scope and the second one is the catch.
So what do you select?
Scope options.
Scope, but how do you configure?
So,
What
I
options
mean,
do you choose?
so in try scope we write the logics,
Huh?
and we, and in catch we'll write the exception. Catch the write the logic for the exception.
How do you provide settings to execute the catch?
Yeah. So first we select the data operation. In that, there we will select will the whatever exception we get from the try scope will catch that.
No, there is settings, right? Configure to run after only first
Yeah,
one is fail.
yeah, yes, 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 sir. You have
That
four
settings you
options.
have to do, right?
Yeah, we have to do those settings.
So what are all like actions have you used in Power Automate Flow? Can you just tell me the actions what you have used?
Like record is like Dataverse. I have used the Dataverse server, and in
Mhm.
that we have used in that I have used the actions which is called record is created, row is created, row is updated, and list of the rows, and these are the two options which I have used in the
So what is bound
automation.
and unbound operations? In Power Automate Flow, what is bound and unbound operations?
So I didn't have knowledge.
Hmm. Okay. S- Okay, fine. So I have a requirement. Okay. The requirement is an account entity. There is a entity called, we will take it as a contact entity. Okay. Contact entity, I have the salary, employee salary. So salary field is there. So on the salary field update, I have a plugin. Okay. Plugin is there. So my expectation is initially the employee salary is 20,000. So we can update the salary field. Whenever if someone update, I want to execute the plugin. 20,000 to 30,000, then we execute the plugin. Plugin will fire. I want to fire the plugin. How can we configure? On which field we need to configure? What we need to select in filtering attributes?
Filtering as well, we need to select that particular field, so that what we call that salary field.
Salary field. But my expectation is my logic I wanted to process on the whenever the salary is incremented, not decremented. Let's say if salary is downgraded or decremented, I don't want to execute my logic. Is it possible? How can we manage?
Yeah,
Did you understand the requirement?
I got the point, but
So how can we manage inside logic? Even though it is firing, but my inside logic I want to skip if it is decremented.
like if we add the condition inside the code, like
What condition do we add?
if that if the currency field has been like if the currency field, first we get the data of that currency field, then we add the conditions like if that currency field has been
So
data
how
has
do
been
you,
decreased.
how do
So we
you
get the,
identify incremented or decremented? You need to get old value, right?
yeah, we need to get the old value.
So
So
how do we get?
by using the post image option.
Post image, do we get old value, is there?
Yes, sir. No, sorry. The post image will get the new value, and pre image will get the old value.
Yeah, so you think about before you answer, like I mentioned earlier. Okay. So we have to use pre-image, right?
Yes, yes,
Then you compare and you can identify whether it is incremented or decremented.
yes.
Yeah, fine. So do you have experience with Canvas app?
Yes, I do have experience in the Canvas app.
So what are all functions have you used?
Functions like
What type of functions did you use in Canvas app? Did you use
yes,
any functions?
yes, sir. We have used the functions which is like on text function, like
Search and filter, these are all
search and
functions are
filter.
there, right?
Yeah, search filter
And what
and
is the difference between
save function.
submit and patch?
Okay. Yes.
Submit also one of the function is there, right?
Yeah,
On
submit
form
and
submission.
yeah, on form sections.
So what is
Yes.
the difference between submit and patch? What are all variables are there in Canvas app?
We have three variables. So one is a global variable, another one is a local variable, another one is and last one is a collector.
So what is difference between global variable and local variable?
Uh, by using the local variable only we can utilize that inside the that screen, and we can by using the global variable we can utilize the or on the system
Not a system within the application, right?
within
Multiple
the application.
screens.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I pass local variable from one screen to another screen?
No, sir.
If I want to pass, is it possible?
No, sir, it is not possible.
Okay. So what is difference between query expression and fetch XML?
The difference between the query expression and fetch XML, fetch XML can be used in the another languages also like JavaScript, also another logic in the approaches in the another logic approaches also in like uh, Power Automates, Power Automates and JavaScript. And by using, but in the query expression, we can only use it in C sharp. And coming to the, and we cannot do the aggregate functions by using the query expressions, but we can do query expressions, we can do aggregate functions by using the fetch expression.
Okay. So I have a requirement and I have the account and contact entity. Account is a parent, contact is a child. Okay. So on deletion of the child record, let's say if someone trying to delete the child record, first I want to check is parent is active. There is a status fields active and inactive. So my expectation is if parent is active, then I want to restrict the record deletion.
Yeah,
How can we approach?
by using the relationship behaviors, you can we have to select the differential list delete.
So that will be in the reverse way, right? It will applicable on the parent, right? Not on the child, right? Referential restrict delete if you choose. What is the purpose of referential restrict delete? Whenever if we delete the record, if any child record exists,
Yes, sir.
the system will restrict to delete.
Delete.
But here I am trying to delete the child record, not a parent.
Okay.
On deletion of the child, I want to check the status of the parent. If it is active, then I want to restrict. Is it possible? Yeah, fine. So one last question. Okay.
Mhm.
So in the previous example, there is a requirement, like I mentioned, let's say I have a requirement, contact entity. So I have a requirement. The requirement is contacts can be created from the different people in the system.
Yes.
Let's say I do have the contact Teja with the phone number. Then I created the Teja record. So I have the two users. System can be used for the multiple employees, right, in the system.
Yes. Yes.
So I already created the Teja contact in the system with same phone number and same email.
Yes.
But my colleague again trying to create the Teja, trying to insert the Teja details in the system. So my expectation is I want to restrict record creation. That is first expectation. And the second expectation is there is a numeric field in contact entity. Number of times tried to create an existing contact entity. I have a field number of times tried to create. So that field I want to increment. Let's say I created initially, then that value will be 0 or 1 initially. If my colleague tried again, first expectation is I want to increment that 1 to 2, and then I want to restrict the record creation. If my another colleague trying same record, then I want to increment the that numeric field 2 to 3, then I want to restrict the record creation. So did you understand the requirement?
Yes, I got it.
So how can we do?
Yeah, this type of requirements we can do it by using the plugin.
Uh,
Yeah.
so what is the event to use? Pre-operation,
So
post-operation?
uh, we do we use the plugin stages as post operation.
So post-operation, like if you want to restrict, you throw exception, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you throw
Within the system.
exception, whatever the changes you are doing, will it get
Yeah, we'll get the rebate, sir.
revert, right?
Yes, sir.
Then
Which
how
is
do
in
we
the
update that numeric field? Numeric field we are expecting to update to
yes, sir.
increase, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you have understanding, you try this one as well. Okay, after the
Okay.
session.
Okay.
Okay, Dinesh. Good work actually. You managed to answer most of the things. And the scenario based questions also, you tried your level best. That's a good actually. So whatever we discussed, you practically validate that is enough, more enough. You will
Okay,
gain
sir.
more practical knowledge.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
అండ్ సో మీకు ఇది ఎలా అనిపించింది మనకి ట్రైనింగ్ మీకు ఎలా అనిపించింది బై ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద కోర్స్?
చాలా బాగా అనిపించింది సార్. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ మేము పెట్టిన డబ్బులకి 100% మా కోర్స్ అంటే గెట్ చేయగలుగు తీసుకోగలిగాం నాలెడ్జ్. అండ్
గుడ్ గుడ్.
మీ పక్క మీ మీ దగ్గర నుంచి 100% ఇచ్చారు మీరు. సో సో ఇంకా రిమైనింగ్ వచ్చేసి మా దగ్గర నుంచి ఉంది. సో మేము ఎంత ఎఫెక్ట్స్ పెడితే అంత ప్లస్ పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయి టు గెట్ ద జాబ్.
యా యా.
బిఫోర్ అండ్ ఇది ముందు నా ఫీడ్‌బ్యాక్ ఇచ్చే ముందు ఐ వాంట్ టు సే సంథింగ్ సార్. బిఫోర్ ఈ కోర్స్ జాయిన్ అవ్వక ముందు ఇంకో కోర్స్ జాయిన్ అయ్యానన్నమాట. సేమ్ సీఆర్‌ఎంఏ.
సిఆర్ఎం మీదనే
సీఆర్‌ఎంఏ.
వేరే ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్లో జాయిన్ అయ్యారు. ఓకే.
వేరే స్టార్ట్. అంటే అంటే ఈ కోర్స్ ఉన్నట్టు తెలీదన్నమాట. అశోక్ డైనమిక్స్ టెక్నాలజీ అని ఉన్నట్టు
ఆహాహా.
తెలీదు నాకు. సో ఫస్ట్ నా ఇనిషియల్లీ నేను అంటే నాకు ఈ మా ఆటోమొబైల్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో మాకు తెలిసింది ఓన్లీ ఈఆర్‌పీ ఒకటే. ఎస్ఏపీ. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆ టెక్నాలజీ మీద వెళ్దాం అనుకున్నాను. బట్ ఏమైందంటే ఆ టెక్నాలజీ వల్ల నేను ఒక పర్సన్ సజెషన్ తీసుకున్నాను. అతను ఏమని చెప్పారంటే, "ఈ టైంకి శ్రీరామ్ తీసుకో. ఫ్యూచర్ ఉందని" చెప్పారు. సో, హి హాస్ జాయిన్డ్ మీ ఇన్ దట్ కోర్స్ అన్నమాట. సో, వాళ్ళు సేమ్ ప్యాకేజ్ అన్నమాట. సేమ్ ప్యాకేజ్. బట్ ఏందంటే ఓన్లీ అడ్వాన్స్ లెవెల్ ఒకటే చెప్పేవాళ్ళు వాళ్ళు. ఓన్లీ అడ్వాన్స్ లెవెల్ చెప్పేవాళ్ళు. నో అసైన్‌మెంట్స్ అన్నమాట. నా అసైన్‌మెంట్స్ అంటే ఓన్లీ ఒక ఫైల్ ఇచ్చేవాళ్ళు. అందులో ఒక ఇది చేసి చూడండి అని చెప్పేవాళ్ళు. సో, నాకది కరెక్ట్‌గా అనిపియలేదు. సో, మనకి పెట్టిన మనీకి న్యాయం జరగలేదని అనిపించింది నాకు. దెన్ ఐ హావ్ సెర్చ్ ఇన్ ద గూగుల్ అంటే యూట్యూబ్‌లో సెర్చ్ చేశాను. అంటే ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వెషన్స్ విల్ గెట్ ఇన్ ద ఇంటర్వ్యూ అని. అప్పుడు నాకు ఈ అశోక్ డైనమిక్స్ టెక్నాలజీ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానెల్ దొరికిందన్నమాట. అందులో మోక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ వచ్చాయన్నమాట. దెన్ అక్కడి నుంచి మీకు అప్రోచ్ అయ్యాను.
ఓకే ఓకే. మీ-
9848 ఆ నంబర్ చూసి నేను ఆ నంబర్‌కి కాల్ చేశానన్నమాట మీకు.
మ్మ్.
మా బ్రదర్ నంబర్ నుంచి. మా
ఓకే.
బ్రదర్ నంబర్ నుంచి అప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారన్నమాట.
ఆహాహా. సో మీకు లైక్ మీరు ఎన్ని అవర్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశారు దినేష్ డైలీ?
డైలీ ఆల్‌మోస్ట్ 6 అవర్స్ చేసేవాడిని సార్ నేను.
ఆహాహా.
ఈవెన్ ఐ హావ్ ద
బానే,
కంపెనీ.
యా, బానే హార్డ్ వర్క్ చేశారు. లైక్ మీరు ఈ లెవెల్లో అవుట్పుట్ ఇచ్చారంటే ఐ కెన్ సీ యువర్ బ్యాక్ అండ్ స్ట్రగుల్స్. మీకు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 51 అసైన్మెంట్స్ సబ్మిట్ చేశారు. ఇట్స్ వెల్ అండ్ గుడ్. అండ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఆల్సో యూ పర్ఫార్మ్డ్ వెల్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ పర్ఫార్మ్ వెల్, ఐ డీప్ డైవ్ ఇన్ టు ద అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ లైక్ దిస్. So if you're not doing well, I will stop at basics only, usually for other candidates. So you did well. That's you asked some more advanced topics as well. It's a good
యాక్చువల్‌గా
action.
అయితే యాక్చువల్‌గా ఏమైందంటే సార్, ఈ ఇంటర్వ్యూ అంటే ఇప్పుడు మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ జాయిన్ అవ్వక ముందు నేను ఒక కొన్ని మీ మీరు పోస్ట్ చేసిన మాక్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ చూసానన్నమాట. సో,
Hmm.
అందులో ఇంత డీప్‌గా అడగలేదు. సో, నేను అదే డౌట్ వచ్చిందన్నమాట.
యా,
సో,
మనకు
ఈ టైప్
వాళ్ళు
ఆఫ్ క్వెషన్.
ఎవరైనా కరెక్ట్గా చెప్తలేరంటే ఇంకా మనం అడ్వాన్స్కి వెళ్ళాం.
ఓకే.
చెప్తున్నారు క్యాండిడేట్ బాగానే వెళ్తున్నారు అంటేనే కొంచెం అడ్వాన్స్కి తీసుకెళ్తున్నాం. ఇప్పుడు మీకులాగా.
ఓకే.
యా. Okay, Dinesh.
ఓకే సార్.
Well and good. Best of luck, actually.
థాంక్ యూ సార్. థాంక్ యూ.
You just keep try. If you
ఓకే.
stuck anywhere, you just ping me. I will help you.
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah,
ఈ రికార్డ్స్ మాకు సెండ్ చేస్తారు సార్ ఏమన్నా? ఎందుకంటే
yeah, yeah. I will share. I will share.